everyone, Maya here from My Storybook, and today we have a sweet and sneaky read aloud about an issue that I think you can relate to. Have you ever heard of the saying, two's company and three's a crowd? Well, it means kind of what it sounds like, that two people together are enjoying each other's company and having a good time, but if a third person joins and now there's three people, then the balance is disrupted. The third person kind of takes up too much space, and it's not as fun as if you just had the two of you chatting. So in this book, this little girl believes that she and her mama are the perfect two people to be together in the big bed. But if daddy's there, how many people is that? Count with me. 1, 2, 3. And three's a crowd. Too crowded. Well, it seems like the prime time sleep location is in the big bed right next to Mama. But first, this little girl needs to convince Dada that he doesn't belong on the bed, that she and Mama, they make the perfect company, and plus Daddy equals too crowded. So good thing this little girl has done her research and has a whole plan and speech worked out to convince her daddy that his place is not on the big bed and to scoot on over. Let Operation Get the Big Bed Back begin. So let's see how our little character uses creative thinking, innovation, and planning to persuade Daddy that the big bed is off limits. Are you ready to find out what happens? Let's begin. Alright, my friends, so the title of this book is The Big Bed. Who gets to sleep in the big bed usually? The grown-ups, right? Or the parents, whoever are the adults in the house, they get the big bed. Do the little children usually get to sleep in the big bed? You know, sometimes in some families they do get to. I slept in the big bed when I was younger a lot. But it looks like in this story, I don't think this little girl gets to sleep in the big bed. Do you get to sleep in the big bed at home? Well, this book is written by Bunmi Laditan and illustrated by Tom Knight. So Laditan wrote all of the words and Knight drew all of the cute pictures you're going to see. So let's take a look at the characters' faces on our cover. This looks like a little girl, and how is she feeling right now? She's happy, right? How do you know? Yeah, smiling. And this looks like to be her mama over here, and how does she feel? She's kind of smiling too. How does this guy feel? He's kind of like, what are you doing here? Alright, well this story is about how the little girl, remember, convinces her daddy that he doesn't belong in the big bed with Mama. What do you think she's going to say? Those are all good ideas. Well, let's find out. We need to talk about the big bed. Ooh, my friend, so look at here. Here she's walking into the room, and who's she talking to? Dad, it looks like. And what is her feeling or her mood right here, and how can you tell? She looks kind of serious, huh? Like, listen up. This is a very important issue we've got to talk about. And it looks like she has a pet. What kind of pet does she have? So she's walking in. She has something serious to talk about, the big bed. Dad's kind of like, I am a reasonable person. I'm fair. I'm sensible. I don't want to see anybody get their feelings hurt. So it looks like she's taking Daddy somewhere. Daddy, please sit down. Look at the expression on her face. She's kind of like, take a seat. I'm about to explain something very important. And she's kind of like smiling a little bit, like, I'm about to get my way, maybe. And look at that chair. Do you think Daddy's going to fit on that chair? And I realized over here it says, I'm a reasonable person. I don't want to see anybody get their feelings hurt. Why would someone get their feelings hurt? What do you think she's going to say? Maybe, you can't be on the big bed anymore? Let's see. I have no problem with you during the day, Daddy. You're a wonderful wrestler, and you're also very gifted at the art of the horse ride. So during the daytime, what does the little girl do with her daddy? They play, they wrestle together. It looks like he's throwing her up in the air, and they play horse ride. Have you ever played horse ride where you get on someone's back? Yeah, it's kind of fun. I used to do that when I was a little girl. So does the little girl love her dad? Of course. Especially during the daytime, right? What I'm trying to say here is that you are a valued member of this team, VIP. So VIP usually means very important person. But for this little girl, look at, she has this chart right here that she seems to be using to help her convince her dad and help her figure out what she's going to say to him. And on it, it says that VIP stands for Very Important Piggyback Ride Giver. Isn't that funny? Do you get piggybacks? Looks like she's flipping the page. But every night, we struggle with the same question. Who does Mommy belong to? Me or you? Who does Mommy belong to? The daddy or the little girl? What do you think? Both? Sounds like little girl saying she can only pick one. Huh. When day turns to night, it's normal for people to seek comfort, to want to feel cozy and safe. No one can deny that Mommy is full of cozies and smells like fresh bread. Who wouldn't want to cuddle with her? So it sounds like Mommy's a very special person to be with at nighttime. Do you like to be with an adult or a grown-up in your family at nighttime and cuddle and feel soft and cozy? Seeing as how there are two of us, but only one of her, we face a hard decision. What's the decision they have to make? Yeah, who gets to be with Mama? Uh-oh. How do you think they're going to pick? I don't know. And look at this picture here. Mommy and Daddy are behind, and what is little girl doing? Yeah, she's kind of glaring over at Daddy like, what are you doing? Get out of here. This is my Mama. Hold on. Quick question. Am I mistaken, or don't you already have a mommy? Who is Daddy's mommy? Daddy's mommy is Grandma? Perhaps Grandma is available to sing you to sleep 3 or 4 nights a week? I'm almost positive she'd be willing to tap your back for a few minutes while you drift off and go to bed. And look over here again at the little girl's expression. She's kind of like, don't you already have your own Mama? Get away from mine, right? And Daddy's Mama is her grandma, right? Science has proven that one of the many symptoms of bedtime, one of the signs that it's time for bed, is darkness. So here's daytime, sunny, and bedtime is dark with the moon. Daddy, are you scared of the dark? Because I am. I know you're convinced that my deep-sea ocean wonder fishy light is some kind of night watchman. But you should know that it creates more shadows than it banishes, than it gets rid of. I can't sleep alone. So it sounds like this little girl is scared of the dark. Are you scared of the dark? I was when I was little. And sometimes you have a night light. So it sounds like she has a night light that puts little fishies on the wall and stuff and makes it glow. But does she think that works? Her Wonder Fishy nightlight? No, she says it actually makes more shadows, which is really spooky. So she's saying she's scared of the dark, so she can't sleep alone. Delicate question. So kind of a special, sensitive question. Like, so this topic might be kind of but let's talk about it anyways. Is it the pee-pee? It sounds like maybe sometimes she wets the bed and goes to the bathroom in her bed at nighttime. Do you ever wet the bed sometimes? Sometimes when you're little you do. Well, I looked it up online. Sounds like you did some research. And you'll be thrilled to know, super happy to know, that my tinkles are harmless. They are actually many benefits to waking up damp from liquid waste. So liquid waste is a fancy way to say pee-pee. So what are some good things about peeing in bed? Well, it looks like she has 1, 2, 3 reasons. Let's find out what they are. You'll repel bears during the day. So repel means keep them away. And what are all the bears doing here? They're running away. Looks like bears don't like the smell of pee-pee. Ammonia smells are nature's alarm clock. So ammonia is kind of that smell that pee has. And nature's alarm clock, it kind of makes it sound like if you smell that, you automatically wake up. So you don't need an alarm clock if you have that smell. And no need to shower. You're already wet. Is that a good idea, my friends? That you're already wet from your pee-pee? I think that means you especially need to take a shower. So do you think these are good reasons about peeing in bed? Little girl seems to think so. Wonder what Daddy's thinking. Space is definitely an issue. I appreciate how you try to squish your body into the far right lower corner of the bed, but that's no way to live. Besides, you need a restful night's slumber to prepare for a day of text messaging and telling me no. So it sounds like she usually sleeps on the big bed, and what does Daddy have to do? Squeeze in the bottom, and is Daddy happy over here like Mom and the little girl? Not so much. He's kind of like, what? Sounds like she thinks Daddy's day is full of text messaging and telling her no, and he needs to get good rest for that. That's silly. Daddy, I see you, and I hear you. You'll be thrilled to know that I've come up with a solution that you are sure to find not only satisfactory, but also quite generous, if I do say so myself. I wonder what her solution is. She thinks she knows how to solve this problem that there's too many people on the bed. How do you think she's going to solve it? It sounds like she says she has a fair idea that Daddy's really gonna like. Wonder what it is. Let's see. Ta-da! What is her solution, her great idea? Oh my goodness, it looks like this. Looks like another kind of bed, like this really tiny little gray bed. Do you think that Daddy's gonna like this idea of sleeping on this thing? Well, let's see. Every night can feel like a camping trip with a metal and canvas cot. So it sounds like this weird little bed thing is called a metal and canvas cot because the poles are made out of metal and canvas is like this hard material that you can, I guess, sleep on. With this almost twin-size portable mountain bed, so portable means that you can carry it all around really easily, you'll feel like an honorary park ranger and look like one too. So what is she saying? That if Dad sleeps in this, how is he gonna feel? Happy and like he's in the woods, and a park ranger is someone who works in the park and takes care of the nature. And does she think Daddy will enjoy that? I wonder what Daddy's thinking about this. What do you think? And it looks like this little girl's done her research because it looks like she found one that's on sale. Perfect, right? Now they can go buy one for super cheap. Okay, Daddy, hold on. I can already feel your resistance. I can already feel you're about to say no. But you don't have to start out the night sleeping on the special nature box, that special little bed. We'll all cozy up together in the big bed, and once you're nice and asleep, Mommy and I will gently roll you onto your big boy bassinet, your big boy bed at the bottom of the bed. It will be right next to ours if you need anything. Anything at all. Except being next to us. You can't have that. So what's her plan? She says that Daddy's about to say no, but what does she tell him to try to convince him that it's a good idea? Does he have to begin sleeping there at nighttime? What does he have to do? Yeah, he can start off on the big bed with them and sleep next to them. But as soon as he falls asleep, what's going to happen? They're going to gently roll him off. You think Daddy's going to agree? I don't know. In the morning, feel free to come join us again. Quietly though, okay? We're resting. So can he come back to the big bed? When it's daytime and time to wake up. Uh-oh. How does Daddy feel about this? Doesn't seem like he really likes this idea. And little girl, what is she doing? She's like, I'm watching you. You better stay down there. I wonder what Mom thinks about this idea. What do you think? I presented this idea to Mommy, so the little girl told Mommy this idea earlier, and she laughed and laughed, which I took as the 2 thumbs up. Like, oh, I think Mommy agrees that this is a good idea. She was laughing so much. What do you think that means if Mom was laughing and laughing when she heard this idea? Does that mean Mom agrees and wants to do it? Maybe. Or she thinks it's like a super funny idea. But I wonder if she'll agree. I hope you're as excited as I am. Tell you what, tomorrow we're going to pick out some special new sheets for your awesome sleeping rectangle. So the rectangle, that new tiny little bed that she's going to give him, it's the shape of a rectangle, right? Mommy and I just want you to be happy. The end. Wow, my friends. And let's see, here's Mommy. She's kind of like, that's kind of funny. And Dad is like, I don't know about this. And she's like, perfect solution. I came up with a great plan. All right, my friends, the end. All right, so this was the story of the big bed. And my friends, so what was the little girl's plan to get Daddy off the bed? Yeah, it sounds like her plan was to convince him that he can sleep on this other really tiny bed right next to it. What were some of the reasons she gave for why she needed to sleep on the big bed and not him? Yeah, because he has his own mommy, and she needs her mommy, and she's scared of the dark, and he's big and brave, so he doesn't need to be next to Mommy. Those are some good reasons. And what do you think is going to happen in the end? Do you think they're actually going to go buy that other little bed for Daddy? I don't know. That'd be a cool thing to find out what happens next, right? Maybe you can write your own little storybook and draw some pictures and color and show what happens next in the story. Well, this little girl is very persuasive, which means that she tried really hard to convince someone and make someone believe that what she thought was a good idea and to agree with her. That's called being persuasive, when you try to get others to believe what you believe and agree with you. So it sounds like she was being very persuasive and trying to persuade her dad to get out of the big bed. All right, my friends, well, what was your favorite part of this story? Yeah, those are all great parts. Okay, well, we have a super cute craft inspired by this story, so ready to check it out? Let's see it. All right, my friends, well, for today's craft inspired by our story, we have a make your very own big bed. And it's kind of like the big bed in the story, right? And this is just made out of cardboard. This is a piece of paper, or you can use a piece of fabric to make like the bed covers, and some cotton balls for the pillows. And these are little characters from our story. It's just little cutout people, and you tape them onto a straw on the back, you see? So that you can like slide them easily in and out. They're kind of like little puppet sticks. And I used the characters from the storybook, so I had the mom here and the dad and the little girl. But you could also just make characters or make little puppets of the people in your family. So you could put whatever grown-ups live in your house and sleep in the big bed, and then make a little puppet of you, of the little one, and put them right in the middle or on the bed too. And these are really cute because then you can kind of act out the story. If you retell the story to a family or friend, you can say, once there was a little tiny girl and she wanted daddy out of the bed. So it's a cute little craft and interactive too. All the instructions for this craft can be found on the blog MaiStoryBook by clicking on the link below. There you can also find the additional reading resources like vocabulary, main themes and ideas, and lots of pictures to help you figure out how to do this craft. Please reach out and share with MaiStoryBook your own crafts and reading adventures. I love hearing from you, and whenever I receive pictures, I always post them on my blog under the My Friends section so that everyone can share and see all the fun reading activities that you all are doing. You can share everything with me through Facebook, Instagram, on the blog, or here on YouTube by clicking on all the social media links down below. And my friends, please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to my Storybook YouTube channel to keep up with all of our weekly read-alouds. Well, my friends, until next week, I hope you have a wonderful week full of some cozy nighttime sleeps. And I will see you next Friday for our new reading adventure. Until then, happy reading!